news of both Craig Smith through suspension for 2 weeks and also Lance Thompson, major blows for St George Illawarra.
Well, let's see if they've learned anything over the last couple of weeks trying to force the football. That man there, Nathan Brown, will be in charge tonight, as you already mentioned, Terry. A big responsibility for him.
They've been doing a lot of talking, the St George Illawarra team. Saying that losers have meetings and winners, they have parties. Too many meetings for the Dragons so far this year. And here they come, led out by that veteran skipper and great leader in Jeff Tuvey. The Northern Eagles in front of this North Power Stadium for the second time. When they were last here, they toppled the mighty Newcastle Knights. The fullback, Andrew King, has been in great form. 23 hit-ups and 3 line breaks for the year. Jason Taylor was in some doubt for this game, but he will play along with this man, Adam Muir.
Yeah, Adam Muir's enjoying a great start to the season in the year 2000. He's had a couple of lean years over the last couple of years by his standards. Good, very strong, good offload and very aggressive, and certainly his form so far has been fantastic, and no doubt the Eagles will be looking to another game of that standard.
Keep an eye on Adam Muir and that combination with Jason Taylor they have been working on, and has been particularly working well in season 2000. The man in charge tonight, referee Tim Mander. He's been in good form. It's time on at North Power Stadium for just the second time for the Northern Eagles, and they are playing in their away strips tonight against St George Illawarra. Trindle took the first tackle. Now Nick Kosef runs into that left-hand shoulder of Chris Leichvold. Mark O'Mealy, still just 18 years of age, the wood chopper from the Central Coast, picks up 10 metres. Tuvey back to the open, and this man is Adam Muir. Flicked out the back for Tuvey. They'll go to the left, and Menzies, who just lost control of that ball, it went straight to Nathan Blacklock.
I've got to say, there's been a few complaints from the players about the football being a little bit slippery, but I must say that Stevens Menzies' hands this season haven't been that good. Is he watching the football, watching where he's going to go, and the ball spews out?
Just went flying out the front, and it gives the Dragons a great attacking opportunity early in this game. Short side play through Barrett. Nice short ball. That's Andrew Hart. Hart is coming to the starting 13 off the bench, with Craig Smith being ruled out, along with Thompson. Barrett. Nice ball from Mundine. Decoy runners, Leichvold. Taken 15 away from the try line. The Dragons with a great chance to open the scoring. Mundine. Dummies. Twice. That's gone backwards, has it. Barrett has it. It's play on. Final tackle now for the Dragons. Mundine goes to acting half. Brown maybe will do the kicking. He does on the left boot, chasing through Andrew King, positions himself well. He lost control of the ball. The Dragons have come up with the opening try of the night. Well, King simply lost control. It flew out, and the softest of tries goes the way of the Dragons. Luke Patton, the man on the spot.
Well, I was just about to say how safe he is at the back there, Andrew King. He reads the play beautifully here. Watch Brown put the chip through. There's Andrew King coming across now. He has possession of the football. Is this a one-on-one hit? There's 2 players in the tackle. He does lose possession. He's lost that ball cold. You've got to have control. First try to Luke Patton.
I was about to say it was a regulation set of 6 and a good kick by Brown. King had it covered. Unfortunate for King. He's a rock-solid player. Unfortunately for him, he's lost control of the football. Good little kick there by Brown, culminating the end of the set of 6 there. And King's got it covered, no doubt, and it just pops out of his hands, and they just can't believe it. Luke Patton's right on the spot, and a perfect start for St George Illawarra.
I don't think you can call that a stripping action. I think it was just trying to make the tackle.
Yeah, just lost control. We've already seen early in this match 2 loose balls, one dropped by Menzies, and then that one by King. Bartram, they had the conversion now.
Moves in, strikes it well with Wayne Bartram. The flags are in the air. The Dragons, well, what a start. After 3 minutes, they lead by 6 points to 0.
Well, you always have to pay for a mistake, and certainly the Northern Eagles made a mistake. St George capitalised. I thought he had it covered there, King, but unfortunately for him, the ball went loose. Bit of luck goes St George's way, 6-0.
Well, he would have an argument too to say that there was 2 in the tackle, but look, you've got to have control of the football. There was no way.
Everything seemed to be going to the game plan until then. Tracy's put his foot out. He is out. The touch judge comes up with the correct call.
Well, the critical thing when you're trying to take the football close to the sideline, you really need to know where the sideline is. Unfortunately for Tracy, he lost possession of the sideline. As you can see there, his left foot touches the sideline.
Of course, the Dragons are saying he was standing out of play.
Well, that's out on the full. It should be a penalty.
Well, the referee who's got the final call, he's saying it's a Manly feed.
Well,
Manly
can't be. His foot's right on the line, and that is not in the field of play. That's in the out of the play, and that should not be a scrum. It should be a penalty to the Dragons.
On the halfway line.
Get in, please, Darren.
It's gone the way of the Eagles, so that's a very tough call going against the Dragons. Butner has had some success down that left-hand side. King is up in the line with Nick Kosef, who'll work the short side. Takes some pulling down. 10 away. A little bit of good fortune going the way of the Eagles early on. Mark O'Mealy lays down the law. 5 away from the try line. Butner takes on Nathan Brown and takes the tackle. Jason Taylor goes to the right-hand side. Has the runners, and Adam Muir held it up. All went very close to going forward from Taylor to Muir. Final tackle now. Slow play the ball by Adam Muir. Short side play. Chance for Andrew Frew. Keeps it on the toe. It's gone dead in goal. Back to the 20.
Yeah, good play there from Patton. There's a St George Illawarra player down in the back play. I think it's Trent Barrett. It's a shoulder problem. They go the short side. Good play there from Frew. And there's Patton. Foot in. Here's a tackle now. Butner taking the ball forward.
I don't think it's Barrett.
No, it's Darren Tracy.
And I'll tell you what, they're...
Shoulder problem, left shoulder.
And I think maybe most of the damage was done by Bartram, who came over the top. Darren Tracy has been in fantastic form this year for the Dragons. 39 hit-ups coming into this game with a total of 68 tackles.
St George seemed to face their first test with a bit of pressure from the Eagles quite well. Their defence is sliding and they're communicating very well. So that's the first test for St George after a bit of controversy over the ruling of the scrum feed.
It's playing with pretty confidence too, isn't it? Frew going the football to him on the last tackle up the short side. He did well there to put pressure on. Here's Barrett.
Barrett up and running. Got it back on the inside. So Bartram looks at the options. He goes the short side. The Dragons have made a slow start to this season. They're 12th at the moment coming into round 4 of the NRL. That was a flat pass by Nathan Brown. Hart plays it back. Lightfold gets over the advantage line. Barrett kicks into open space. Andrew King, Frew goes back. Frew has it. Looks up again. Gets away from one. In fact, Lee Hookey got him. Great job.
I tell you, that's a great kick, isn't it?
I'll tell
Perfectly
you what,
weighted.
Yeah, don't worry about the kick. What about the set of 6 tackles? It was a tap to restart the play from the St George Illawarra side. And well-placed kick, as Mario mentioned, but they've gone the full 80 metres in one set of 6 tackles and got the result. Frew back there to clean up. And that's a good chase there from Hookey to make the tackle on Frew.
And Block, that's always a great indication of your enthusiasm, isn't it? Great chase by St George, and they force another dropout by the Eagles.
The Eagles have been under enormous pressure so far in this game. Taylor with the dropout. Didn't strike it quite as nicely as he would have liked, and it's turned out extremely well. In fact, it's gone back some 70 metres, and Lightfold winds up and takes on Mark O'Mealy.
He likes to wind up a little bit, Lightfold. He couldn't do it then. The ball dribbled past him. He had to turn around and chase. A standing start for the big man.
It's in a while to get a full head of steam. Brown, short side for Andrew Hart. Not the biggest prop going around, but certainly gets through a lot of work for the Dragons. Barrett, 20 away from that try line now. They lead by 6 points to 0 through the hands of Bundeen. Rory Pearson, jumping number 14.
Tell you what, that's a tough penalty too. It's a last tackle. Steve Trindle being penalised for having his hand on the football. Nathan Brown pointing to the posts. You do all that hard work, hold down just a little bit too long.
It was close. There wasn't too much in it, was there?
It's a tough call.
And I'll tell you what, though, Block, that was the result. I was just about to say, St George's play the balls are that quick, putting a lot of pressure on the Northern Eagles defence, and that was the result. A penalty right in front of the post, some 15 metres out.
Well, I know the game's only real early, but David Waite, as I said, I was speaking to him this Arvo, worried about the team forcing the football. That hasn't happened so far. They've controlled it pretty well. It's been the Northern Eagles coming up with a couple of mistakes.
And they've paid the ultimate price on the scoreboard. It's about to be 8-0. The Dragons scoring after just 3 minutes, courtesy of a blunder by Andrew King and Luke Patton touching down. Bartram, no troubles from directly in front. The flag's in the air. It's 8-0, and this big crowd at North Power Stadium hushed at the moment.
And it's a mistake-free game of football, isn't it? They're just controlling the football, St George. Barrett's got a good kicking game. And it's the Eagles at the moment that are making a number of errors. 8 points to 0, St George.
Well, they're looking a little bit lazy at the moment, the Northern Eagles. I know that they haven't had that much recovery time.
Well, this will be another big call. Was it out on the full?
Judging by what I saw, I thought it was out in full.
It's a goal line dropout.
Couldn't have been. It must have bounced in the field of play.
Try and get another look at this. And exactly where did it go? It bounced in the field of play, so a correct decision there. The perfect kickoff, in fact, from Jason Taylor.
There's down Tracy there with that left shoulder problem. Interesting to see if he does come back. Doctor checking him out.
Well, big chance for the Eagles. That's Steve Menzies. Scored more tries for the Manly club than anyone else except for Bob Fulton.
I'll tell you what though, TK, very flat run there by O'Mealy. They need to get the yards going forward. Here comes Trindle. That's
Nick Kosef. He takes the tackle. Like Vol went over the top. Quick play the ball. Tuvey, little knock on. And in fact the penalty goes against St George Illawarra.
Well, it's obvious that Tin Man isn't going to let both sides muck around and to play the ball. Again we see 3 in the tackle, just trying to struggle to get to his feet. Penalty could have went either way there. Nick Kosef it is who milks it in the end. 3 players in the tackle. Kosef struggling to get to his feet. Never quite does so. Hands all over him. There's the penalty. Taylor right in front. 8 points to 0 at the moment. Soon be 8-2.
Taylor lines this one up directly in front, some 15 metres back. Immaculate goal kicker, 9 from 14 so far this year at 65%. Certainly. Knocks kicks like this over in his sleep. The flags are in the air. They are on the scoreboard, the Northern Eagles. St George Illawarra 8, the Northern Eagles 2. That will boost the confidence of the Eagles to eventually get on that scoreboard, because it's been a shaky, I might say a nervous start really from the Eagles.
And as I see it, it's their forwards. Last week they set a good platform in beating Penrith. They went forward with some good yardage runs. Tonight though, their yardage gains hasn't been too good.
Exactly what I was trying to say a little bit earlier. I mean, they played against Penrith down there at Brookvale on Monday night. Not that much recovery time, and they look a little bit flat to start this match.
There's no rest in the NRL this season. Every week, tough game. Tuvey not happy with the slow play of the ball. Kosef with a good ball. No second phase though, because Brogan is forced to go back and he's taken by Matt Cooper. The Eagles, good start this year.
What,
6th at the moment, 2 wins and just the 1 loss.
Look at the speed of the line from the Dragons at the moment. They're getting up in the face of the Manly players. Keep that up. The defence has been impeccable so far.
As the enthusiasm has been up there for the Dragons, Taylor drops it onto the right boot. That's a very good kick. It's driving Lee Hookie back there, and the former Rabbitoh picks it up, looks up. The chase is good though from the Eagles. They are there in numbers, but Hookie finds half a gap and picks up some good metres and loses it in the tackle. It's play on, another call against the Dragons. Kosef, they move it. Albert Torrens. He has been the standout performer of this backline for the Eagles. Much maligned coming into the season. Andrew through. Well, that ball is like a cake of soap at the moment. Luke Patton comes away.
I think what our players talk about the fact that because it's so humid, so hot, the ball's like a cake of soap.
Menzies jogs back into the defensive line.
Well, there's the mistake. It was a good technique-wise from Nathan Brown, the captain of the St George Illawarra side. Forced the ball forward. And again, just look at the ease that St George Illawarra are getting off their own line. Here's Solo Mono warming up, just about to come onto the paddock.
He There's
who replaced Whitenold.
fresh legs. Is run on debut in the top grade this year. Here's Andrew King. He'll be looking to make up for that earlier mistake, but the Dragons are hitting hard and hitting well at the moment. Brendan Reeves hasn't had too many touches tonight. Tuvey for Adam Muir. Now the Eagles are starting to pick up some meters. Great offload for Mark O'Mealy. O'Mealy bumps away from Hamono. Not an easy thing to do for Trindle. Good play by the Eagles. Now they're starting to put the passes together. Taylor, inside ball for Kosef. Better set of 6. Butner kicks. The speedster, Brendan Reeves, goes after it. The kick is too big.
Probably their best set of 6 there, the Northern Eagles. Some good play from Taylor, some good offloading by Muir, and some really good combinations there.
Well, I'll put it quite simply, they hang on to the football for that set. Just a little bit too much on that kick there from Butner, as we said before the game. He does take pressure off Jason Taylor. But both sides toing and froing at the moment. We haven't seen a clean break yet.
He's played the one Origin game and one Test match, Michael Butner, but it's been his kicking game that has really improved this season. As Steve Roach has said, has given the Eagles another dimension to their kicking game, taking that pressure away from Taylor. Out in front of Barrett. Andrew Hart looks to get the arms free, does so for Bartram. Bartram tackle and loses it in that tackle. Manda says the ball just came loose. It's come loose again from the Eagles. It's a double knock on. The original knock on will go against the Dragons.
Well, I don't know what sort of money the sponsor pays to have this football, but every player in the competition is having problems with it. I don't know if it's a jersey, is it new material in the jerseys or the ball? Or...
They are brand new jerseys for the Eagles. They only arrived on Thursday. It's their away strip, even though they are playing at home. But the St George Illawarra Dragons don't have an away strip, believe it or not. There was some controversy throughout the week. Kosef, Butner. They're 10 metres inside the St George Illawarra territory. Quick play, the ball from Butner. Short side play, Tuvey. Quick hands for Albert Torrens. Torrens, nice ball this one for Cunningham. His first touch of the night. He gets a quick play, the ball away, Cunningham. Muir, back for Taylor. Set play for Butner. Can't link up with Torrens again. They're 5 away and looking more sharp now, the Eagles. They've stacked that short side, but they go to the open and Taylor. Up very quickly, Andrew King into a massive gap, in fact. King with the left foot step, plants it down right under the uprights.
You've got to say that's just overread there from Trent Barrett. What a beautiful flat pass there, a bullet-like pass there from Jason Taylor. And King did exactly the same thing on Monday night. Off a pass from Jason Taylor. He's a very good player coming in and making the extra man, a very underrated player. There's Barrett out, going for the intercept. A little left foot step, the wrong foot, the fullback. And King scores the try for the Eagles.
Yeah, a lovely flat pass, set play, but it was Barrett, as you can see there, overread it. And there's King making up for that try in the first set of 6. Cuts through the hole, but it was Barrett that overread it. And King squares the ledger. He gave one away, now he scored one.
It's about to be even Stevens here very shortly. Taylor from directly in front. As I said, was in doubt for this game, but was always going to play. Has not missed a game since way back in 1992. The flags are in the air again. The scoreline here at North Power Stadium, it's 8 apiece. And now things are starting to settle down a little bit more. 17 minutes gone.
They look like they've warmed into the game a little bit, don't they, the Northern Eagles? He's a fine player, this kid. Very underrated, King. As Mario said, he gets one back.
It's true what you say, Block. It appears the Eagles are slowly but surely. They may have been a bit tight, a bit sore from that the game on Monday night, but they're staying in roll now.
It is a very quick backup time, isn't it?
Well, the opposition will give you confidence if they turn the football over to you coming off their own line, and that's what they've done a few times in George Illawarra. Wade won't be real happy about that.
Trindle, former Canberra Raider, and Bear. It's Greg Ebrook, who Coach Peter Sharp has earmarked for a very big future. Greg Ebrook. Tuvey picks up those vital metres out of acting half. He just keeps on going. He's already averaging 30 tackles also per game this year.
Yeah, he's smart at it, but too, isn't he? He's waited till 20 minutes to go in the first half before he does finally run. When the markers get a little bit tired, Tuvey, explosive out of that dummy half area.
Must be a great bonus for the Northern Eagles to have two halfbacks effectively when you consider Tuvey, very quick, very strong in defence. Taylor too, master passer of the ball, so it gives them a lot of options.
The Dragons have got 2 5/8s in Mundine and Barrett. Here's Jamie Ainscough trying to get involved. He's already come up with four line breaks this year. Ainscough, back it goes for Barrett, drops it onto that right boot. King takes his time, allows it to bounce, and moves forward. The chase is pretty good. They all went up in one line, the Dragons. The Eagles have had no trouble scoring tries so far, averaging 3.3 in the opening 3 rounds of the NRL. This is Eberl, Greg Eberl. He's just 20 years of age. Keep an eye on him this year. Taylor back on the inside for Butner and Menzies. It's a back row full of talent, isn't it?
He's missing Cliffy Lyons, isn't he, Menzies? There's Tuvey again.
No doubt Coach David Waite would have stressed at all the team meetings. Keep an eye on Tuvey from dummy half. Taylor kicks, the grubber. Lee Hookey positioned himself very well. He's been a handy pickup for the Dragons.
Yeah, handy pickup, former South junior. Taylor there, quite a poor kick by his standards. Jason's normally a very, very accurate type kicker.
Yeah, you've really got to make it a contest when you do put those sort of kicks in. They've had a little bit of luck trapping the opposition in their in goal. That was a nothing kick.
You would imagine the Dragons would be averaging more than 1.3 tries per game this year. They've had trouble getting the ball over the stripe. They scored after 3 minutes tonight. Luke Bailey. Mike Eberl, just 20. Back it goes for Mundine, chips for himself in his own territory. Regathers knock on. It'll be the Eagles' ball. Mark O'Mealy.
Well, I've got to say there, I mean, that was a brilliant chip over the top there from Mundine, but why does he try and grab the ball with one hand? He tries to make it a little bit harder than what it can be.
Because it looks better that way.
Well, I mean, the idea was right.
That also worries me, the fact that Mark O'Mealy was trying to force that ball, so the advantage effectively had been played. He came up with a knock-on, yet the original knock-on went against the Dragons. A couple of 50-50 calls at this stage, just going the way of the Eagles. Torrens wrestled to the ground by Jamie Ainscough.
You had it there, Jamie.
Oh, that's a very important penalty, that.
Dan was in there.
I'll tell you what, buddy, he could have got the Northern Eagles a couple of times for the same sort of thing with a couple of players in the tackle. He's been quick to penalise. There's a hand there from Ainscough.
The ball came loose. That was the crucial thing.
You can't afford to keep giving penalties away when you've got a bloke like Jason Taylor who takes the kicks at goal for the opposition. He straight away just pointed and said, I'll take the 2.
And it goes to show you the Tim Man is not going to cop any rubbish in the play of the ball. It was just a hand in there by Ainscough. The ball went loose. Well, the referee's got no option.
We've had 5 or 6 penalties already in this game, and they've all been for infringements around the play of the ball. Both coaches should be sending out the message to get off the tackle player as quick as you can.
Everyone enjoys it. Open, free-flowing game. That's what Man is looking for at this stage. That's what the fans want. Quick play the balls. 2 from 2, the perfect record tonight. Carried a badly corked thigh into this game, Jason Taylor. This is hooking back. It's not hooking back enough. And it didn't go dead, so a chance for the Dragons and chancy play. They are trapped in their own and goal. Lee Hookey. Oh, what about the strength of Hookey?
I'll tell you what, the trainer nearly got smashed. Drinks break.
Oh, what a dramatic anti-climax in a way to a dramatic piece of play by Lee.
He squares the ledger here. Nice flat pass by Taylor. Barrett, you can see him drop his head. He knows he's made a mistake. King, who's very good with the footwork, plunges over to square the ledger.
From the Gold Coast club, and the younger brother of former Parramatta prop and Chris King, Andrew King. 8-all the scoreline at North Power Stadium. It's been a mixture also in this opening 20 minutes. Plenty of mistakes, but some brilliant play as well.
I'll tell you what, they should have more points on the scoreboard too. The Northern Eagles, 53% of the football. That a lot of it.
First tackle.
We've had our drinks break for 60 seconds and play is back underway.
It's been the position that they've had the football, 20 metres attacking the St George Illawarra line. There's Corey Pearson taking the ball forward.
Former Balmain Tiger Pearson plays it back, also first grade cricketer at Lakeville. 20 away from his own line.
There's David Waite. He doesn't look too worried, although he's got a great poker face, David Waite.
Has that success rate there of 50%. Barrett. That ball went a little bit higher than he expected, and to the right-hand side off his boot, Brennan Reeves. And Peter Sharp, who's been recovering from a very bad tick bite, which he copped on the face, which laid him low for close on 10 days. Tuvey. He's caused some havoc already in this game. Mark O'Mealy.
Darren Tracy leaving the field again, being replaced by the number 20, Junior Lange.
Junior Lange, who made his first grade debut last week for the Dragons. Tuvey. This is Kosef. Good hands for Albert Torrens. A good battle this one tonight between Ainscough and Torrens. Tuvey stretches them along with Jason Taylor. Nice ball for Buettner kicking. I thought Gartner may have been offside a little bit. Fair catch back to the 20.
The advantage that the Northern Eagles have got is they've got some great passes of the football. Taylor, Tuvey, nice flat passes, Buettner. Really good lateral passing across the ruck, and that stretches the defence.
Yeah, the man who just took the football too, I didn't know he was playing, Nathan Blacklock. Gee, he's been quiet tonight. Hasn't got a try this season yet. Hope he explodes.
Here's Junior Lange. Has that little tint in front of his hairline. Brown. Corey Pearson. In fact, Luke Bailey.
They look alike, don't they?
They do. Same haircuts.
Mundine. Short ball for Lange, who knocked on.
Well, he's had a little Bo Peep there, Lange. Just come onto the park.
So Luke Bailey smothers Muir. Muir got away from Bailey. Andrew Frew. If this bloke gets into a little bit of space, it's all over.
Well, we've got 15 minutes to go before half-time. This is normally the critical period. The Northern Eagles are enjoying pretty good field position and a fair bit of possession over the last 10 minutes.
Well, they've got to get on the board too. 8 points all. David Waite wouldn't be too worried if they went in at half-time level pegging, considering the amount of ball that the Eagles have had.
Jason Taylor back on the inside for Kosef, for Andrew King, who likes to get involved from the full-back position. Trindle got back deep and wound up and got over the advantage line. Good charge by Trindle. It's the final tackle. Keep an eye for Jason Taylor. Right boot kick. This bomb is very well placed. It's very high. Patton under enormous pressure. He did extremely well. Great take.
Well, how composed was he at the back there? It's a great chase there from Nick Kosef. He's a genius, isn't he, at this? A little bit late there from Nathan Brown.
That's okay.
And here comes the counter from the Dragons.
They possess a great counter-attack. Much like the Broncos in Canberra, the Dragons can hurt you from anywhere on the park. Bartram. Their record on the road is not too flash, is it? They've had just one victory from their last 5 away games. That's in the regular season. Mundine. Pearson. Newell got up under the ribs, drove him to the ground. Final tackle now. The boot of Mundine, the jab kick. King was there, stays in the field of play. Not exactly what they were looking for, but I guess they've got to take it.
Yeah, they would have been looking for an in-goal type kick to force another line dropout. But this game, 8-all, it's an accurate indication of the game. Both sides level pegging. As we see a penalty now, that piggybacks Manly out of their own end.
Okay. No, mate, that's it. You haven't done it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got to use the bin. That's the 6th time, the 6th penalty that a player has been penalised. He's got to get the message across a little bit better than a penalty.
You're exactly right. It's getting to that stage of the game, isn't it? And those indiscretions in the play of the ball. Trindle picks up good 10 metres. Tuvey delivers it. That's Willie Lation, who is small in stature, but probably one of the best hitters in the game. Taylor for Menzies. Kosef. They're just working their way up the middle. Taylor will try and get something going with the back rowers. Kick, puts pressure on Patton. It bounced up nicely for Taylor, who did the kicking. Patton has pace. He uses his pace. Great carry back, great counter-attack.
What a quality player Patton is. We saw him take the high ball with such composure. What about that for a run? He's got speed, finesse. Beautiful run. Here comes
Bartram. Split them wide open, had Blacklock back on the inside. Was Blacklock taken out? Referee Manders said no. And Patton with this great carry back from his own in goal.
It gives you some enthusiasm too when you've got a fullback who can carry the football back like that. Lucky Steve Menzies with plenty of pace was there.
Brown
he was away.
Kicks and finds touch. So after a frantic couple of minutes, play eventually stops. It'll be an Eagles feed.
It was quite a good idea by Brown, but no one else knew it from St George. That's the critical thing. They need to know what was going on so they could chase the kick.
8 points all. 1 try apiece. The Dragons were first to strike a blow. Then Andrew King responded in the 15th minute of play. Torrens, who to settle the nerves, gets involved heavily from right centre. Kosef. 8 Origins and 10 Test matches to his credit, and here's Grogan, who actually had to trial for a contract with the Eagles, the former Newcastle man. It's Willie Lation. The jumper back over his head. Taylor says, let's get out of here. This is a very big, long kick. A 40-20, but it stays away from the sideline. Lee Hookey brought into the action by Patton. Slow play the ball. Ainscote.
That's a good run by the winger. That's what you need at this time of the game. The winger's taking the pressure off the forwards, who are pretty tired.
Langy, his 3rd touch. And the Australian schoolboy plays it back. Barrett. Pearson. It's that left shoulder right into Lation. Barrett will do the kicking. King racing back, takes it on the full. Extremely confident over the right shoulder.
It's not only confidence, it's positional play. Very talented player, King. He was there right on the spot. He reads the play beautifully. And the Eagles, a couple of walkers now before half-time. Still 9 minutes left. They really have to up the tempo.
They're looking to do that, the Dragons. They've conceded 4 tries in the opening 3 rounds. They've scored just the 4 tries and they've conceded 10. There's Torrens back for Andrew Frew. Got away from one, the second man got him. That was Jason Hooper. Taylor. Once again, he can find some open space, but only just. Nathan Blacklock is forced to go back. That's a very well-positioned kick.
Well, that's what you expect from Jason Taylor, don't you? He's got a good long kicking game, but very accurate. There's a good run there, straight through.
It's a beauty, in fact. It's Cooper into a little bit of space. Matt Cooper brought down.
Well, they've got to come left now. I'm interested to see where Mundine goes.
They've got the Eagles on the back foot, straight up the middle for Barrett. He'll take that tackle. Can't get the offload away. The Eagles are desperately trying to number up.
Well, that's a waste of a tackle going back on the inside. They should have shifted the ball wide.
And again for Patton. Patton got away from 2. Luke Patton will score his 2nd. The double comes up for the Dragons. They break the deadlock here. It's now 12 points to 8.
Well, it's like the last 30 seconds in a title fight. Just before half-time, St George have landed a pretty good blow.
And the first bust here from Cooper from dummy half. Look at the explosive speed from this young fellow. I thought the St George Illawarra side blew this try. They turned the ball back on the inside from the first play. Then they go wide again. Mundine turns it on the inside to Patton. Some lazy defence coming across. I think it was Lation. A couple of beaten tackles there. And Patton goes over for number 2.
And as you said, Block, that's a tired football team. As St George capitalised back inside to Patton. Pushes off a couple of tackles. Hasn't he had a game, this kid? He can do it all. And that comes at a critical time, just before half-time. And fatigue is set into to the Eagles. They were travelling along nicely.
There's still close on 8 minutes remaining in this opening 40 minutes of this game. It was always going to be fast, it was always going to be frantic, and they were always going to test each other out, moving the ball quickly. It's been exactly that.
Just a simple case of not numbering up there on the blind side for the Eagles.
This is Nathan Blacklock with the conversion, with Bartram off the field, and that could prove a very costly miss as we get down the stretch in this game. So the scoreline at North Power Stadium remains 12 points to 8.
Yeah, Chock Mundine got a lot of skills, but this pattern, hasn't he got a future, this kid? Very elusive on his feet. He can take the high ball, he's happy, he's pointing to the crowd. You beauty, he says.
7 minutes remaining in the opening half. 4-point ball game at this stage, 2 tries to 1.
Well, it's interesting for me to see how the Northern Eagles react after that. As we said, they've been a little bit tight around that middle of the ruck. A couple of breaks being made. This next set of 6 tackles, very important. As you would expect, Tuvey the first man into the tackle on Pearson.
It is their second game in the space of 5 days, the Eagles, but that's not about to change. They're going to have to knuckle down. Solomon Homono. Good to see him back out there. Luke Bailey. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Back it goes now for Barrett. It's a 40-20 kick, but nowhere near the sideline, and Brendan Reeves, a former fullback himself, made very good ground. Now to Andrew King, but the chase from the Dragons was up to the mark. Crunch 6 minutes coming up. Andrew Fruit looking to put a step on Jamie Ainscough, but defensively one of the best left centres going around.
It's really important for the Eagles to have a good set of 6 here, settle the ball up, put a good kick on the end of it, just stabilise the ship just before half-time.
Lation. Missed tackles mounting up for the Northern Eagles, 14 to 8.
You've done it again. You've done it again.
He's got to put him in the bin.
They'll call out the skipper here, who just happens to be Trent Barrett at this stage.
I spoke to both captains before the game, and something we're not going to tolerate is hands in the ball. Okay, it slows it down when we get drop ball like that. Okay, I won't keep penalising. Okay, if I've got to keep doing it, I'll have to do something else.
He's made it fairly clear, hasn't he, Tim Mander? He's not going to tolerate hands in the ball. And there's that's hands in the ball there by...
Well, he's tolerated it already.
Luke
too
Bailey.
much. 7 times in the first half. Got to do something next time someone does it.
I'm sure he will.
He'll be gone.
After that warning, Mark O'Mealy.
We warned him before the game too.
The robot from Lost in Space has been that many warnings. Oh, Tuvey, good call. Loose one. It's a knock on. Just lost the ball.
Oh, that's bad luck for the Eagles. It was a good opportunity for them to put some pressure on St George. Let's have a look at this replay. Yeah, he loses that cold. Kosef's obviously disappointed, but St George get the football.
That is a bad way to lose possession when you're attacking with 3 tackles left and 20 metres to go before the try line. The troops are warming up on the sideline. The big guns in Brown and Bartram and Lakebolt. Ainscough close to being through.
He's gone.
It's a flop.
Is he? No.
Just the flop from Albert Torrance.
He just keeps putting up with it.
But at least he's been consistent, though. He's penalising them. There it is. There, he's right on the money. The referee, it's a flop. St George get the football on the halfway line.
Undine. There's Pearson.
He also said the next indiscretion in the play the ball, he would send someone to the sin bin. So he's not true to his word.
Barrett. There's Bartram back out there and running wide. Barrett. Nice long ball. That's Solomon Homono. Make sure of the play the ball. Mundine. Well, they just lost their momentum there momentarily.
It was a play the ball too, wasn't it? Homono was walking off the mark. Here's Barrett again.
Runs into that shoulder of Adam Muir, who stopped him dead in his tracks.
He's so dangerous when he runs the football. It must be a confidence thing with Barrett. He's got to do it a lot more.
Left foot kick, it's too big, is it? Hookie was taken out. He was taken out long before the ball was near him.
I'll tell you what, it was a good kick too. It spun around the air and floated. but he was taken out 100% hooky. Frew's not even looking at the ball. He's not interested in the football. He's interested in hooky, and he pays the price of the penalty.
Well, have a listen to referee Tim Handler.
Yeah, it's a professional foul.
No doubt about that. It's hard to disagree with that action because I think hooky may well have scored. You can't give a penalty try in that area because there's so much doubt of what would have happened.
With 3 minutes left, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Be taking the tap.
What convinced the referee was the fact that Frew never ever looked at the football. All he was interested in was hooky. And that's going to hurt them. 12 men, they take the tap.
3 to go before half-time. They need a try.
Leg drop upended. Cunningham was there with O'Neill. This is a test of the defensive line now. Bartram running strongly. Bartram looking for that quick play the ball. Mundine. Barrett shows it twice, 3 times maybe. For Cooper. Mundine again. Stepping. Tuvey got it. Doesn't miss too many, does he? Ainscough. Short ball. Amono flicks it. Hooky. Great play. Ainscough flicks it back. The Eagles have come away with it. And that was a little bit like it was last week for the Dragons. Just flinging and hoping.
Yeah, it was a bit that way, wasn't it?
They didn't need to do that.
Yeah, they were moving it around.
They need to trap and get the extra set. 2 minutes left. 1 man down, the Eagles.
They are with Andrew Frew.
Just patience.
In
A
the
little
bench.
bit too excited again.
Kosef. That possession is starting to even up now in this contest. It was dominated midway through this opening half by the Eagles. Taylor runs to the line. It's still a 40-20. Bounces back over the head of Blacklock, who seems to be playing a little bit shallow. He's been forced back a fair bit. He comes again. Don't worry about where he's playing.
Good
he
chase,
picked up the
Torrance.
30 metres.
I'll tell you what, Torrance did well too.
Grogan, his second consecutive tackle. Bartram.
St George seem to be gaining yards at ease. Let's hope the Eagles can hold on before half-time.
They've got a player in the bing in Andrew Frew. Cooper has been quite impressive at right centre. Cooper.
He'll be in for a fair while too in the start of the second half.
Mundine. Nice long ball for Ainscough on the outside of Buechner. Hooky. He went without it. So they're just starting to blow a couple of chances when they've got that one-man overlap.
The idea was right. The pass by Ainscough was just above his head. Look, when you're running a pace, you need to get the ball on the chest, although Hooky probably could have made a better effort.
Yeah, he should have taken that. I mean, you know, you're a professional first-grade footballer. The pass might have been a bit high, but should have controlled that. He's had problems with his hands tonight, hasn't he, Hooky? A couple of times lost possession.
Buechner looking to stretch Albert Torrance. Of course, we were making much of the sin binning of Andrew Frew, which was justified by referee Tim Mander, but what a bonus it would be being that one man down and picking up a try yourself. What the Eagles are striving for in the dying moments of this opening half. Tuvey. Taylor. Oh, Solomon lined him up from 15 metres away, and luckily for Taylor, missed him.
It's time.
I thought the thing before he was the hooter. I thought the thing before he was the hooter, okay?
Tim Mander just saying to Nick Kosef there that he called time out about 10 seconds early, but no harm done with that. Scoreline at 12 points to 8.
I'd say David Wade would be very happy with the lead at home. I'd like to just see him run the football a little bit more. Had a couple of breaks in that first half, as I said, but let's see if his involvement can be a little bit more in the second half.
Now, we mentioned the fact that the Northern Eagles played a game on Monday night. Let's hope their petrol can hang in there for the back end of this game. St George really showed just before half-time that they still had plenty of petrol left, so we'll just see how we go as Jason Taylor prepares to kick off.
Second 40 minutes underway at North Power Stadium. 12 points to 8. The Dragons in front at this stage. They have scored the 2 tries to 1. Don't forget, Andrew Frew has still 6.5 minutes in the sin bin after a foul on Lee Hookie. The Dragons are looking to take full advantage of that. Bartram bumps away from Menzies. That's Joel Wilson out there in jumper number 19 for the Northern Eagles, the former rugby union star. Les Kiss, the assistant coach for the Northern Eagles, joins the sideline. And Les, fatigue, is that a factor considering you played against the Panthers on Monday night?
Well, we hope not. We've certainly worked a week to make sure we can cover that situation. But certainly with 12 men in the field, we're going to have to make sure we work our butts off in this early part of the half, and that may suck it out of us.
Les, was Peter a little bit disappointed you didn't come away with the try in that first half, considering you were down on St George Illawarra's end for at least half of that first half?
Yeah, certainly. We didn't get off to the start that we wanted to, and probably our kicking game hasn't been what it can be, and we've certainly let a few opportunities go, that's for sure.
What was the main message made at the half-time break?
Basically, the first...
Menzies breaks and clear. Joel Wilson, his second touch of the game. Back, great hands. What a try this has been from the Eagles. They have done it. Adam Muir backing up in spectacular fashion. They've broken the back of the Dragons in the opening 2 minutes of the second half.
Oh, what a master stroke there from Peter Sharp to bring on Joel Wilson in the second half. Not only was he involved in this try, he made 3 tackles in that last set of 6 tackles.
Whatever he said at the half-time break, Les Kiss, it worked a treat.
It certainly did. We wanted to get off to a good start. That was a major thing, and particularly with 12 men, we've got to hang in and work across the park and cover all the options that they can come up with, and also be patient, and that's going to be a very big factor in the game, I think.
What about Menzies? Nice acceleration there. What about this pass from Joel Wilson? That is quality, and Muir capitalises on a nice start. Menzies shows that strength in the legs. The offload. This kid can play, Wilson. Muir takes a nice, difficult catch and puts it down. And a great start for the Northern Eagles.
Might have been the best thing to happen to him was a half-time break. Good support play there from Muir to finish off the movement. Exactly what they needed. Score early in the second half.
And that ties this ball game up once again. Taylor lines this one up to break the deadlock at 12-all. The flags are in the air. Now you hear the full voice of the North Powell Stadium. They're in front, 14 points to 12 for the first time in this game.
And that's how you're supposed to start a second half. That'll give them a lot of encouragement. Menzies, quick off the mark, burst through, the offload to Wilson. Have a look at this for an inside pass. That looked easy, but it's not. And Muir capitalises, bangs the ball over the line. A perfect start for the Northern Eagles. And they need to be the side to be out quickest, because at the end of the day, they might tire at the end.
A massive confidence boost for Joel Wilson also, who suffered that horrendous injury midway through last year with the North Sydney Bears and was never seen again until tonight. His second touch, the final ball to Muir.
And like Volv, it was who didn't come across quick enough to make the tackle there on Menzies. Used his speed to skip out of a couple of tackles. There's a busting run there from O'Mealy.
Great run. The teenage prop forward, Albert Torrens, away from that right-hand side touch. That's the eastern side of the ground. Muir. Really recapturing some of his vintage form out of Muir. Taylor jigging, running. They're starting to find some gaps. Trindle loses it. And Bartram comes away. Well, they've got a wake-up call, the Dragons, early in this second half.
Well, as was shown in that first half, it's a long way to go, and these sides are quite evenly matched. It's the side that makes the mistakes going to get beat in this game, as we see a nice pass inside of Lightfall.
Lightfall backslam to the ground. 5 metres inside the Sea Eagles. In fact, just the Eagles they are now. Andrew Hart. Those new jerseys. A lot of maroon in there. Barrett. Mundine juggled it. The cut-out ball for Ainscough. Always dangerous. Back for the general. Patton. Already has 2. The good offload. Tracy, the former centre, stepping, and Ainscough taken from behind.
Hang on, the referee says.
Fair enough, he just collared him.
And it was O'Mealy who got him from behind. Brown. They'll stretch it to the right. Barrett. Last tackle now Slowish play the ball. Big Trindle gets up. They go back to the left. Mundine's the man. Cut out ball. 2-on-1. They must score. Patton does score. It was a numbers game, and the numbers came up for the Dragons.
Well, that's his hat-trick. Patton, the general.
The general gets 3.
He made that bust up the left-hand side of the field just a couple of tackles earlier. His involvement in this game has been sensational. And this time, we see Mundine go to the line, feign to kick the long cut-out pass. That's a great ball onto the extra man. They've got no idea out wide there. Butner can't make the tackle. Patton in for number 3.
Not only is Mundine a good athlete, he can also read the game. That's what he did there on the Patton, who's got numbers, and he goes in for another try. But you see Mundine realises the gaps there, throws a beautiful flat pass, and Patton can't believe his luck. There's room there and he goes over. Touche as the Dragons respond.
They do exactly that. The trifecta, the treble comes up for Luke Patton. He has been jolly on the spot on all 3 occasions, putting himself in the position to score those tries. 16-14. The Dragons in front, and you get the feeling it's going to be a seesawing contest for the next 32 minutes. Bartram 2 from 2. Very close to Andrew Frood coming back on the park. The Eagles.
These are the conversions you need to get over, don't you? 2 points.
He kicked that one from the sideline at Bruce Stadium to give this new franchise their first victory last year. This one, similar position, waved away though on this occasion. So that scoreline remains at North Power, 16-14, Dragons in front.
Yeah, Mundine gets it, looks like it's going to be a kick, then the flat pass, and then it's a numbers game. There was a poor line up there from the Eagles, and you could see Butner shake his head. They expected the kick, Mundine passed.
Some good flat balls in this game so far. Taylor involved in one in the first half for a try. That time it was Mundine's turn. Feigned to kick, the long cut-out pass. Patton on the spot.
Deep restart by Taylor. Blacklock. 20 away from his line. Mundine went as the decoy. Tracy. Quick play the ball. That's Pearson. Corey Pearson. Short side play. The Dragons love it up the blind side. Back for Bartram. Barrett, the second option. Andrew King well positioned. Takes it in, but enthusiastic chase by the Dragons. And Barrett, who put the kick in, was the first man there along with Brown. That's Andrew Frew back out there and looking to make amends. He'd be nice and fresh. He's had virtually a 20-minute break. Reeves going nowhere. Tuvey only knows one way.
Well, they're bunched up a little bit at the moment, the Eagles. There's another penalty for him to play the ball. Mundine penalised this time along with Lightbolt.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Comes in for the flop. There's the second tackle.
I'll tell you, a little bit of experience went into the milking of that from Jeff Tuvey.
Jeff Tuvey's been around a long time, and he knew exactly when to hit the deck. As we see, nice run, O'Mealy. Isn't he tough?
And he's been impressive as well. Big chance coming up. Important set of 6, this one for the Eagles. Kosef, inside ball for Trindle, who's been heavily involved and looks to be enjoying his rugby league with this new franchise. Kosef, Jigs. Tuvey looks at the options. He goes to the right-hand side, and Taylor, he'll have the back rowers running.
Look out.
The intercept. Ainsco's got no one in front of him. Menzies does the chasing. Frew is very quick. Hawkey also backs up. Hawkey, Frew gets him. Frew did very well.
I'll tell you what, Menzies is there too. Great chase there from the back rower. Frew comes up with the tackle.
Now they're moving back to the right-hand side. Mundine, they've got to move it quickly. Bartram to Barrett. Was there a shepherd? No. Cooper, Blacklock on the right-hand side. Touches down. Try number 4 for the Dragons. They go to 20. The Northern Eagles 14. Spectacular play.
Well, they stayed a little bit more patient that time, the St George Illawarra side. Here's the intercept. Jamie Ainscough renowned for it up in the line. I thought he would have had the legs to get here. Great chase there from Menzies. Frew comes up with the tackle on Hookie, and they scramble well, the Eagles. Then straight away from the ensuing play of the ball, they spread the football to the right-hand side. Wayne Bartram, just watch him here. He knows what to do. Ekes up a few yards. Maybe a hit of a shepherd here. With the ball on the outside. That young man does well too, Cooper. He's had a fine start to the game. And there's the first try for the season to Nathan Blacklock. Doesn't he enjoy it?
He broke the duck for this year. He was in spectacular form last year. I think, from memory, he scored 24 tries last year, which was the club record, and picking up his first in round 4. Doesn't matter when they come, they are always sweet. So Bartram. Tonight, 2 from 3. He's kicked some very important goals. This to get the one converted try clear. It's hooking badly. It was never on target from Bartram, and that scoreline remains 20 points to 14.
This was a big play. The intercept, Taylor, flat pass. Ainsco's got it. Has he got the pace? But I tell you what, Hookie, they came from everywhere. Hookie's got the football here. He gets tackled. Frew does so well, but it's what they do when they move it wide. Watch Bartram. He steps, draws in Trindle, and that's the overlap. And the offload there's a beauty. And Blacklock celebrates the first try in the year 2000.
Was a good try. And when they get things right, the Dragons, they look as good as anybody.
Well, it's back-to-back tries now for the Dragons. Has that broken the Eagles back? We'll see how much fight they've got in them.
It's the first time in this game, as you touched on, Steve, that the one team has scored block-to-block, back-to-back tries, I should say. Mundine. Nice short ball for Tracy. Barrett. A little short jab kick to Andrew Frew. It went backwards, no doubt about that. Frew looks up, nearly gave himself away. This could be a record crowd tonight, I think. 20,059 is the record crowd. That was set in round 1. And tonight must be extremely close. 19,092. Still a great crowd at North Power. Muir. Backslam. Just creeping inside the Dragons' territory. Taylor. Nice ball for Menzies. Quick hands. Here's Joel Wilson. Well wrapped up on that occasion. You've got to quick play the ball away though. Final tackle. Taylor's out of the play. The kick came from Lation. Batted back, spectacular stuff. Torrens, would this be a good try or what? It would have been, but it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, Willie Lation comes up with the football in the end.
It was Jason Hooper that did the tackle though. Last gasp tackle. Buton does so well, hits it back. And Torrens, he looked like he was going to perhaps score. Lation. Hooper does so well to tie it up.
Well, they're not about to die wondering, are they? This game a long, long way from being over.
Well, that mate held down.
This one.
It's the same both ways, Jeff.
Tuvey looks up in disgust. And there's Lation just, well, he should really be getting to his feet before he puts that ball on the ground. But Tim Mander has been consistent with that ruling and continues to be very strict. You heard earlier that he gave both captains a warning before the game. 2 balls on the park at the moment. Muir gets away. The little skip, the Ali shuffle came from Luke Bailey. Open side play for Barrett. Decides to run. Bartram always takes on the line. Brown, Barrett, they'll stretch them to the left. Mundine, Tracy. It's the final tackle now for the Dragons. Barrett. They're onside at this stage. Reeves under enormous pressure did well.
What a take under pressure.
They were coming from out of the grandstands at him at one stage.
Here comes King.
Andrew King picks up 20 metres. He needs a quick play the ball here. Reeves gets rid of it for Andrew Frew. Joel Wilson.
As the crowd chants the Eagles need to be the next side to score.
Muir. Oh, the spin and the hit. And he was going to offload if he had somebody with him. That's the halfway line. Final tackle again. Buettner does the kicking on this occasion. Is it too big? Oh, did well. Luke Patton gobbled it up. And still, they were there in numbers, the Eagles, to make the tackle. This is Cooper. He's been impressive. He's done all the little things right. That's Bartram. Blakewell and Pearson leading the way. Don't forget, the Dragons are missing the strike power of Craig Smith and also Lance Thompson. Two workhorses. The hit, the spin. Luke Bailey halfway through that gap. Oh, Brown drops it onto the left boot. This could be good. Could be very good. King played at it. I got some good cover from Frew because Hookie was coming through at pace.
There's the Eagles hit-ups. Brenton Reeves very busy tonight. 13 hit-ups. That's a wingman. Marco Mealy, as you expect. And the fullback, King, has done a lot of work.
Has Brendan Reeves again, just to improve those figures.
That's good work by Reeves. He's taken a lot of pressure off his forwards who are fairly tired. They really need to lift again now as we see Taylor desperately trying to get them back into the game.
Reeves looking to use his speed. It's
just need one dangerous broken field runner, don't they, the Northern Eagles at the moment. Buettner might be the man.
Patton to his own goal line. Has Hookie in support, but takes on the chasers.
And that always tells a story, doesn't it? 22 missed tackles by the Eagles, 13 of St George.
Blacklock scored his first try of the year just moments ago. They've got a 6-point buffer at the moment. Tracy. Steve Menzies is one of those strike weapons who's got a minor injury to that right leg at the moment. They need all hands on deck. Mundine just splits Reeves and Andrew King and gets the desired roll on this ball. Andrew King looks up. They are all there. He slips over, loses his footing, and Solomon Hamono.
A little game of patience at the moment, isn't it? St George Illawarra trying to force the error on the Eagles. Doing a lot of running from dummy half. Look very tired.
It's Frew and Wilson, in fact. Marco Mealy. Andrew Frew from acting half only picks up 5 metres. Taylor to that advantage line before he kicks. It's a big, big kick. This is Matt Cooper, goes back to his own in goal to pick it up. They come up, they're 6-7. The Eagles and Buettner made the tackle.
And that's what they need to do, the Eagles. They need to force an error here with some good defence as we see Ainscoe dancing through the middle of the ruck. Good tackle there by Trendle.
Shaped up the kick. Luke Bailey. Not too many fell for that. Mundine. Tracy. Loves working off those short passes from Mundine. This is Bailey again.
Good kid, this boy.
Keeps on coming, doesn't he?
Some good young players in this game tonight. Young Bailey. Also Mealy for the Northern Eagles.
Short side kick by Mundine. He just timed that to perfection. King goes back, and that's a great set of 6 for the Dragons because they took it from their own in goal and they've picked up 90 metres with a good finish. They're
in the driver's seat, aren't they, St George? They lead by 6 and they're controlling the football well, and they're placing the onus on this Northern Eagles side. They need to put points on, and St George are defending stoutly. Well, that's a nice offload, but they look tired, the Eagles.
You can still see that they know that they're in this game. They've still got a little bit of a sniff.
It's just
6 points behind. It's only 1 break. They know they're still in it. Crowd getting right behind them.
opportunity. They work away through Trindle. They play the balls, just haven't been as brisk as they were on Monday night against Penrith at Brookvale.
Oh, that's a poor kick.
Wonky old kick. Sometimes they work out well. That one was so close to being perfect because Andrew threw. Would have been away. We're going to have our drinks break.
The thing is, your chase can make a bad kick good. It wasn't a bad chase there from the Northern Eagles. Frew again comes up with the football. Jamie Ainscow on the sideline. Groin problem by the look of it.
Yeah, it was a poor kick. Butner pressured, and that was the result.
He saw Solo Amono coming at him.
To 8. The Dragons holding that narrow advantage, but now 20 points to 14.
Well, with 20 minutes to go, it's going to be a mistake game. It was Leichvold, beautiful offload on the Brown.
Starting to run. And doing relatively quiet by his standards. Corey Pearson. They've made a lot of metres over on that eastern side of the ground through that corridor. That's Tracy. That's landed by Trindle. Mundine. Barrett has runners in motion. That's a knock on. That ball went forward from Cooper.
Okay, knock back.
Well, Tim Manor says knock back. Barrett, he'll go high. This ball is not a good kick. Torrens won't play at it. It's gone forward, I think.
No, the ball went forward.
Well, they play the advantage now. Northern Eagles come up with the football. They just need a little bit of luck, don't they? Something to happen for them.
Well, they need their experienced players to really try and step up a gear. This is where you've got to dig in at this part of the game. They just need someone to come up with something. They look flat to me, the Eagles, at the moment.
They've done a great job of completing their sets of 6, the Dragons, while under pressure, and that's allowed them to get back out of that danger area close to their line. Kosef. This ball for Willie Lation. And it hasn't really allowed the Eagles to be close enough to mount a challenge. Menzies in behind the markers, kicks himself. They'll go back. They might get the bounce yet. Menzies, they'll score. This is freakish. Menzies, now Butner. Butner chimes in. Courtesy of Menzies. It came from nothing. This will be a tied-up ball game in just a few moments.
Oh, that's great play, isn't it? Menzies hasn't had many touches tonight, but when he has, he's been brilliant. That was a great dummy on the outside to run the rate from dummy half. But what about the chase there from the Northern Eagle players? They didn't think anything was on. Look at them, straight away they're alerted to it. The kick downfield, the good chase, and what about the bounce? They're blessed. Butner scoops it up, and he scores right next to the post.
Yeah, Menzies has made a couple of good, strong breaks, and he shows he's got a kicking game as well. And the chase was there from Butner. Menzies does so well, but Butner's on the spot. And the game's lived up to the 1 minute, it turns one way, then it's come back another.
We said they needed an ounce of luck. Exactly happened there. 77 career tries there for Michael Butner. He will not score a more important one.
Jason Taylor. 75% for the night. Strikes every ball, the preparation exactly the same. The flags are in the air. It's tied up again in North Power. It's 20 points apiece. This game,
they're chanting Eagles, Eagles.
It is the advantage of playing at home. Getting that wave of support. They are unbeaten at home this year. Only early days. The Eagles through Willie Lation. It's Andrew King. Well, you can't knock his work rate. Back it goes for Taylor. It's a 40-20. He'll split Blacklock and Patton. And you can normally judge the enthusiasm by the chase, and the chase was good. There's Cooper. Matt Cooper. Just his 3rd game of his first grade career.
I'm going to hear a lot more of that kid too. There's the offloads, 12 to the Northern Eagles, 6 to St George Illawarra. They've tidied up their game in the second half. They've tried to force the footy.
Oh, solid. Oh, well taken though from Mundine.
A little bit of mungle there from Muir too. Back slams Mundine.
One of the best hitters in the game. Brown with a big kick, and again, Andrew King just makes sure he bats that one backwards. I haven't caught him out of position too often tonight. He'd be still feeling bad about giving up that soft try after just 3 minutes.
Here's the workload there. Nathan Brown, a mighty captain's knock, 24 tackles. Luke Bailey, the replacement, 19. Hooper out in the centres, 19. Corey Pearson. Plenty of willing workers there.
And too, a couple of the old heads are now putting those heads down. Cunningham, Menzies, Joseph.
Well, that's right. We're in the final 13 minutes, and they're the championship minutes as we see the Eagles on a bit of a roll now. That's a good pass.
Wilson juggled it, but took it eventually.
It's a great thing about our game, isn't it, when players have to dig deep. Here's Tuvey.
Short side play, good kick. They'll get a good result out of this. They might get the perfect one. Patton cleaned up. It'll be a goal line dropout and more pressure coming the way of the Dragons.
It's incredible how the complexion of a game can change so quickly. It's the Eagles. What about the kick by Tuvey? You wouldn't believe it. Pinpoint accurate kick. Patton's got no choice but to take that out. The game has changed. It's swung the way of the Eagles.
It's not a big game. The General, 3 tries.
He did the right thing there. He didn't try to force the issue. Had nowhere to go. They're trying to slow it down now. You have a look at the St George Illawarra side.
Might it be field goal time? No doubt the 1 point would be a huge psychological advantage at this stage of the game.
Plenty of
12 minutes is a long time left.
Plenty of very good exponents of them. We saw Jason Taylor come up with a field goal for the Eagles just last week. They've put up just the 2 bombs so far tonight. I think they'd still be looking maybe for a 6-pointer. They're struggling to get back to 10 now, the Dragons. They have worked into fantastic position if they want that drop goal. Taylor's on the right-hand side. The little grubber. They've got some numbers. Frew, can he keep it in? No.
It was obviously a set play. Frew knew it was on. Taylor, the kick wasn't quite right.
He meant to do that with the kick straight off the side of his boot. Look, he feigns to go inside. Then that little kick on the outside of the boot. The bounce this time didn't favour Frew. He takes the ball into touch.
This Lakevolt goes to the blood bin for the Dragons. He's really lifted the extra responsibility. No Craig Smith there, no Lance Thompson. The Dragons have handled the loss of those 2 players extremely well. Big shoes to fill.
Well, both these sides have put in a wholehearted effort. Both coaches wouldn't be disappointed. It's in the balance, of course.
11 minutes is a long time left in a rugby league game. It's amazing how quickly those minutes go when you don't take that drop goal, and all of a sudden you get very, very desperate in the dying couple of moments.
Oh, there's the ball lost there by Brown. And that might be the snip they need. Muir getting plenty of pats on the back from his teammates. There's the offload there from Bartram. Watch the tackle from Muir. Comes in over the top.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. Unfortunately for Brown, that's a critical mistake. This could be a turning point as Taylor feeds a scrum to Butner.
Here we go. Golden chance now for the Eagles. It's been flung out the back. Frew has it. He's got blistering pace, this man. Tuvey. O'Mealy, he's just lining up the youngster. Loves it. And they can't stop him, can they?
How good is he?
To the line he goes. Taylor. Oh, chance here. Joel Wilson gets it down. Manda is right there. He's been held up. Held up. Blacklock, amazing job. But Manda was in perfect position.
10-metre scrum, it'll be a feed to the Eagles again. Held up, that's a great tackle there. Blacklock come from nowhere. Wilson, a strong man, just couldn't get the footy down. 10-metre scrum now.
Manda was on the spot, didn't need any help with that. Good positioning there. Taylor, he was smart. He saw Barrett fall over, and then he slotted a nice pass over to Wilson. And Manda right on the spot. And now the Eagles have got the football again. The pressure's on.
Butner with footwork.
They've got to go to short side.
They'll go that way through Torrens. Takes the tackle himself.
Waste of a tackle. It allows the St George Illawarra team now, their defence, to adjust.
Frew is still out there. O'Mealy, well, Works it away in exactly the same position. So they're setting this back line deep. Taylor will be the second receiver. They go themselves. Ebrel showed a good step. Here's Taylor. Drop goal for Taylor. He breaks the deadlock. It's his second of the season. 21-20. Still 10 to go. Plenty of time, but it's a crucial blow.
How cool was he under pressure there, Taylor? Just jinked off the left foot, got himself, set himself right in front. It's a beautiful kick there. Head down over the football. Kicks it right into the St George Illawarra crowd.
You got it right, 2K. It's a crucial blow. That is only a point, but I tell you what, it'll seem like a mountain for St George to climb. You could see their heads go down, the Dragons. I tell you what, the Eagles look like they're in trouble, but they fought their way back.
And there's plenty of drama to be played out in this game yet. 8:40 left. O'Mealy, he just keeps on coming. Through, in fact, that's Ebrel. Greg Ebrel. Light Vol in trouble with that bad head cut. He's in the blood bin. Muir. Oh, risky ball.
It'd be nice watching that grease out of there.
Tuvey. Did well to hold on to that, Ebrel. Now they're just working away, very professional mid pattern. Drops back into his full-back position for Taylor. Can't get the long kick away. Here comes Buechner. Look at the pace. He'll get up and go again. Another try coming up. Here they go. Oh, they're bonded, have they? Muir.
Got in the road. The referee's got in the road. There was support on the inside there.
There's still a try on the left.
Cunningham for Trindle doesn't score too many. 1 metre out now. Clever kick. Turvey. Bad ball for Ebrel. Bartram will fling him to the ground. They've gone backwards. King. That would have wrapped it up. Taylor. For Frew. Can't get by his man. 2 tackles left now. Taylor again. Longer ball. This one went to Trindle. For Menzies. Menzies, look at his pace. What about the ball from Menzies? Has momentum carried him over? No.
Knocked on. Well, how close has Wilson been in this second half?
He's been close about 3 times. I tell you what, oh, ever so close. Menzies again, hasn't he had a great second half? The offload to Wilson. Yeah, he loses the ball.
He had to reach out. He was oh so close.
Well, the referee's got to get out of the road here. Look, he should have just stopped straight away. Muir could have got the ball on the outside there to Trindle, and that would have been shut the gate.
That is tragic.
Should have dived on the ground or something.
They've taken the ball and touched down. Brown. That would have wrapped up the game. The Dragons are always dangerous. They can score from anywhere. Torrens has to make the tackle. He does on Ainscough. 6 minutes to go. 1 point ball game. It's Luke Bailey. Mundine. I'll look to crack them wide. Bartram. The Blacklock has 1 try. They're numbering up pretty well. They're getting very tired, though, the Eagles. They need pressure on the kicker of Bartram. It's come off the right side of his boot. He meant to do it. He dropped it onto that. He did that deliberately and went straight to King. And it gives the Northern Eagles very good field position.
Yeah, well, that was a good win there for the Northern Eagles. They put pressure on the kicker. Bartram it was. Ball come up the side of his boot. That's a terrible play, the ball. Never had control of that football, man. They're right on the spot.
These are the things that turn coaches great. Keep an eye on this. Tracy's taking a long time. But it was sloppy from Wilson. Very sloppy.
I'll tell you what, how many times the players get to their feet to play the ball now and not even put their foot on the football? You see it 100 times in every game.
Patton has 3 tries. All loose ball. Cooper goes back and did well. Andrew King's up in the line, so there's no fullback at the moment. the Eagles. Now King picks himself up and he'll be jogging back there.
They've still got the ability to get a try, the St George Illawarra side.
That's Bailey.
Mundine's got to inject himself into the game.
Reeves is back in the full-back position. King's gone to left wing. Ainscough. Tracy bumps away from one. Patton. Broken play. Patton can't get the ball away. Barrett. Pearson. Oh, slipped it. Blacklock juggled it and eventually took it. He's 5 metres away from the try line. The Dragons, they need to score to get back in front and win the game. The kick. Cooper!
I'll tell you what, he got there to the football first. I think he's knocked the ball forward. Then it goes to the video replay referee.
I think you're right.
I think he's knocked the ball forward there, Cooper. He got there first. Good speed shown there from the young fellow. Brilliant kick through there from Bartram.
I just don't think he could gather it in.
This will be the shot. The young fella gets to the football first. All he needs is downward pressure.
No, but he did take it dead.
Well, is he tackled without the football? And did the ball come off the Eagles last? I think it did.
It's coming back to the 20. It's a tough call, this one, for Peter Filmer, the video referee. It's a no try. The home crowd, they enjoy that, but I think maybe the ball was taken dead by an Eagle.
Well, the other thing you've got to look at too was the St George Illawarra player taken out, tackled without any control of the football.
As a much unit was there. The decision's been made inside this final.
He was the first to the ball.
4 minutes he got there, but he never clearly got the ball. Kosef. 1 point ball game. 21-20. Juvie. Brendan Reeves has really gone looking for the work. Kosef will tuck that ball up.
It's a mighty effort if they can win this one.
They have come from behind on 3 occasions. Taylor's kicking game has been spot on, and he would have liked that one to sit up. It'll be back to the 20. So 3 minutes to go. Roughly, that means there's 3 sets of 6 left in this game. Oh, that was a little bit of lifting in that tackle. Bailey got up, and Corey Pearson, in fact, and rubs his head, and I don't blame him. He had a look at the referee. There's Barrett. Decoy runners for Bartram. Cooper.
Good tackle, Wilson. Here's that tackle there. Kosef underneath, a backslam there from Tuvey, involved in the tackle.
All credit to Pearson for getting straight back up after that tackle. Barrett. Mundine. This is Tracy, who's just set up camp on that left-hand side. He wanted runners to come around him, but there was nobody moving. Barrett. He was taken out late. That was okay, I think. He's trying to milk the penalty. There's not too much in it. Reeves is in trouble here, though, for King.
Good play.
King's got to use his pace. And that could be the big play of the game.
That's confidence play, isn't it? That was a great ball. He's had a mighty game, hasn't he? Brendan Reeves. Plenty of hit-ups from that man. And that's just smart play. Smothered there. Here's the late tackle. No, that's sweet. Okay. Sweeten that.
To Barrett, thought about trying to milk it, then he got up, which was good to see. Kosef. Ainscough rode him to the ground. That was Torrens, and now Adam Muir.
They just won't lie down, will they, Northern Eagles?
It's been a very impressive display from this new franchise. Taylor says, let's get out of here. The pattern is well positioned. Looks up. There's 10 there. And there's 1:22 left on the clock. Bartram, he always looks dangerous, though. Lee Hookey scored one of the best individual tries you'll see for the Rabbitohs last year. It's Bartram again. His work rate unbelievable. Mundine. Short ball for Solomon Homono, a game breaker. He's got 50-odd seconds to break this one open. Short ball for Mundine now. Pearson.
Oh, no!
Oh, great ball and all tackle.
Well, he's had 3 on the outside, 3 on 1. They'd have scored there for sure. He's held onto the football.
Field goal, they're going to wrap it up. They're going to tie it up. They don't tie it up. Barrett has missed it. He was straight in front. It looked good for a long time.
Well, Corey Pearson has blown that. He's had 4 on 1 on the outside of him. He threw the dummy, got the tackle, and that is the play of the day for the Northern Eagles, I'll say.
Wide
to the right of the upright. I'd love to see that bomb try again.
Reeves stepping. No silly passes now. Dying moments. 4 seconds left. Barrett makes the final tackle. Edward went to ground with the ball. The Northern Eagles have scored a spectacular victory here. They have come from behind on 3 occasions to topple St George Illawarra by just the 1 point. 21-20, a thriller, a heart-stopper.
Yeah, it was a gutsy effort there from the Northern Eagles to come out in that second half and score the first try through Menzies. He just did it. It was just a little bit of individual brilliance there from Menzies. He put them back on the road, and what a gutsy effort.